Ghana Mampeni, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Achenadrin about USAID, one of the foreign agency omo supporting most African countries were health and developmental projects Donald Trump ebaye with trim. Climax News, your clear and louder voice on YouTube at Climax News GH. And then your first time I will share your message also by subscribe your YouTube channel, your Facebook, your Instagram, your X, your Snapchat at Climax News GH. So feel free to share watching at the comment section. On the 12th of February 2025, and Ghana Mampeni, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Ekrase, Oko, Munich, one of the city in Germany. Na ehona okono a security conference na Germany omomampeni atonesa friend say omra na nkomo nkomo about some of the security policy challenges AFC ewiase ebushia. Na at that particular conference no true for heads of states affairs so foreign ministers, defense ministers omo kati across most of the countries German for omo mampeni eto Nensa friend so omombra no omobae na we na Ghana Mampeni ekasa na odu tuja say USAID omo supporter nanka omo supporting most of the African countries Ghana mpo benefit from that particular aid no dia America Mampeni Donald Trump edini si so no obae no we use an executive order etwa sa particular support in him ana me no kasi enya dia Ghana ebetimi a benefit from that supporter USAID omode ema selected African countries no na we na Ghana Mampeni eche na adwen say e wo mu say ha adwen de nanso ese say African leaders omo take bold steps na omo invest in order to protect food security yenko tie President John Dramani Mahama.
But I was just reading, U.S. farmers are beginning to complain because USAID was the biggest mopper of excess food for food aid to Africa. And USAID is not doing the auctions that mops up the excess U.S. food. And so the U.S. farmers are complaining. But it's an opportunity for Africa to increase food production. And so if that aid stops coming, we would do the investments that are necessary to make our farmers more productive so that we can establish food security in Africa instead of waiting for those US aid handouts to come.
Thank you. There was a number.
The drivers of poverty do not only have to do with capital and trade, but we shouldn't forget the issue of climate change. A lot of what is happening in the Sahel that is affecting people's livelihoods is climate change. Unfortunately, Africa is facing the most adverse impact of it, even though it contributed the least to it. And so the Lake Chad has shrunk to 20 times smaller than it used to be. All the families that depended on the Lake Chad for their livelihoods have become displaced, and they're migrating southwards into the coastal countries. That is leading to clashes between herders and agriculturists. It's a more complex situation than just being able to trade and where capital comes from. But I believe that we must build resilience, and that's where the private sector comes in. We before had believed in state-led development. I think that increasingly the African private sector is leapfrogging with the new technologies, with digitalization and all that. And we must open that space for them to be able to drive economic progress. And so you're right.
So
Nipa kasi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Most of you are criticizing Donald Trump or cancellations and maybe are all yeah. But I want to tell you one thing for a fact. Say Donald Trump is protecting American interest. Okay, I understand. Say your maybe honoma or onam maybe honoma or ya enfamra kwanso maybe honoma or ya a portray or a racist metiasie. I understand it, but I want you to understand. Okay, on the grounds, starting from Donald Trump, Tamana or campaigning to the American people way back in 2024. Always be or secure for American interest, ladies and gentlemen. It is a won't don't sit somewhere and be saying say Donald Trump on pay Africa same me pese oti ase say or fighting in the interest of Americans, ladies and gentlemen. And one Ghana man penny kind, ladies and gentlemen, or say it is up to Africa. It is up to African leaders to do the necessary investments to establish food security. Ebusuya food security e ade ba kwa ehu hia. Oyo man na say wa ma weni anko o agriculture or finances investment a obeye in agriculture ebusuya ekom e wo ye de nibre eneba. Say oyo man na eduane eni ukroma edian na timemufo ne beye. It is the responsibility of the government to provide food. Aside say who provide the security, who provide the health for the people, you have to provide food for the people, ladies and gentlemen. And no any agriculture no. And you know, I think say American presidents are cancel USAID. Supporter na USA for or more supporting most of the African countries in health. Yeah, what about health, especially Ghana had we seen almost support here in malaria, almost support here in maternity health, family planning, and HIV/AIDS, ladies and gentlemen. This year, Omar draw all the supports are no more supported. And yet, there are other developmental projects, constructions, USAID are suspended, sir, a year support, Sika, Nanka or Dema Ghana was supporting NTCC are dying here, ladies and gentlemen. It is hard time, African leaders, we have to focus on serving the people, focus on investing, focus on developmental plans, ladies and gentlemen. Ye tuaba Emma government na oba bema diaka no sika policies are NAD national development, but policies are a bit AD party hype and most of the African countries be a chasey. It is hard time, as I say, a fighty, ladies and gentlemen. From now on to 2028, as I say, you invest in agriculture because ebeka krano ebeba, ladies and gentlemen. So I support what the president is saying. I support him 100%. It is our time. You can see say all Kasano, the white people are there. Omu, I say omu boom chinko. I say like the man is speaking wisdom. The man is speaking wisdom, and I think say if we would agree to him, we would follow his instructions. I think say Ghana will be a prosperous country, ladies and gentlemen, regardless of our political interest. This is a common sense. This is a common sense. Aside the government protecting you, aside the government giving you the right, aside the government giving you what you need, the government have to also provide you food. And that is the agriculture sector, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, USAID a year America man penny Donald Trump wa cancel no. Importantly, a year in fact a bit affecting the agriculture sector no. A bit affecting great because now it play better role it play better role, ladies and gentlemen. There are a lot of extension officers now a year through USAID. I can't remember COVID-19 by in USAID supporting Ghana. I think a whole lot. We will do the check up and come in. Say to you, you better check it up. Very detailed ladies and gentlemen. Climax News, we give you the fact analysis. You show what is trending, especially in Parliament, politics, and related issues. Climax News, Medebebro. Your friend me man or Crantin. Oh, thank you for always watching my video. Have a good evening.